What is going on, guys? Yeti here, and welcome back to my brand new series. I'm going to start on the channel. I said in my update that I was going to be doing two new series, and I hadn't decided which ones yet, and I said that I might be doing a Diablo 2 Let's Play. So I am doing a Diablo 2 Let's Play. So yeah, something to note, I am playing this on the normal version, so I've clicked new character. We have these 5 characters here, as opposed to the 7 or 8, I don't remember, from the expansion pack. But what that means is that we only get the first 2 acts as opposed to all 4. But I will be buying that at some point and just carrying on the series when I've got that. So yeah, so I'm going to be doing this, the normal vanilla game. I'm going to be playing Diablo 2. It is one of my, I think it's my favourite PC game of all time. And the reason why I say that is probably my second favourite game of all time, behind Ratchet & Clank 3, which is on the PS2, but is now remastered on the PS3. But anyway, yeah, so without any further ado, let's get started. So these are the 5 characters we've got. We've got the Amazon, the Necromancer, the Barbarian, the Sorceress, and the Paladin. So I'm going to go with the Sorceress because the Sorceress has a move. The Sorceress, normally I'd play as the Barbarian, but he doesn't have the best skills. He's basically just about getting awesome armor, getting awesome weapons, and destroying stuff. The Necromancer is about summoning stuff, and I'm not a huge fan of him. The reason why I don't like the Amazon is because she mainly uses spears and stuff, and spears you throw, and so you've got to be constantly buying new spears, basically. And the Paladin, which is kind of a normal knight, he's actually pretty cool to play as, but he has kind of boring skills and stuff. So I'm going to play as the Sorceress because she has awesome skills. So, yes. I'm going to play as the Sorceress, and we will see how things goes. Or the recording might have messed up there because for some reason it went green, which says that it might have stopped. But anyway, I'm going to be quiet.
Many adventurers have traveled this way since the recent troubles began. No doubt you've heard about the tragedy that befell the town of Tristram. Some say that Diablo, the Lord of Terror, walks the world again. Kind of.
Okay, yeah, he's boring. So basically I just introduced you to the fact that the ultimate goal of this game is to kill a chap called Diablo, who we killed in the first game, but now he's alive again. So yeah, so this is our little starting camp. This is going to be our main hub for the whole of the first world, I guess. Yeah, the whole of the first act even. So that's what that is. I'm gonna quest at the moment. So as you can see, I'm just gonna give a little introduction to the kind of start of the a little introduction to the, what do you call it, like a HUD. That's it, a heads up display. Yeah, so I'm gonna give a little introduction to the HUD. So on the left here we've got a life. On the right here we've got a mana, which was going to be useful a lot for this playthrough because I'm playing as the mage. On my main account I'm a barbarian, so I'm not too bothered about that. But yeah, so we're going to be using that a lot. And this is our normal attack, and this is our magic attack, which is currently a firebolt. But we can't do that in the city, so you'll see that later on. Down here we've got a stamina. This is our experience bar. We've got a mini panel there, which I'm just going to close for now. And this is our hotbar for potions and stuff. So if we're in a fight and we want to quickly whip out a potion, I don't have to go into my inventory and do it. But yeah, so this is our quest screen. This is Act 1. You can see there's 6 quests. We're going to have to go and speak to, I believe, Akara to start the first quest. Yeah. Okay, she basically just says there's a den of evil and it needs clearing out. So now we have our first quest, which is look for the den of evil in the wilderness outside the rogue's camp. So yeah, so basically just go look for that. Couple last things to explain before I go. This is my inventory screen. As you can see, we start out with the basic short staff. So we've got caps or helmets, amulets, 2 rings, a belt, our main armor, gloves, and boots. And these are scrolls which you can collect. When we pick up a magic item, to know what it does and to increase its worth, we need to identify it. So that's what we do with these scrolls, and these we use to teleport back to the town. These are the waypoints. There are these in the random places dotted throughout. So you see there's one in Cold Plains, one in Stony Fields, one in Darkwood, etc. And yeah, so we gotta find those so that we can teleport back, because we need to activate them all. Basically, they're all already there, but we need to go out and activate them. And if we're in like a cave or something, then we can use the teleport back. Okay, so now as you can see, our attack's ready. So at the moment we're just kind of smacking people with a stick. So yeah, we're just gonna go out and fight some of these. These are called Fallens. There's actually quite a lot of enemies in this game, although you will start to see them repeat later on. Like, later on, you'll see these Fallens, but they'll just be kind of grey colour, and they'll be called Carvers, which are just the same, slightly different textured Fallens and slightly more powerful. But yeah, so you see a lot of that kind of stuff. But for now, I'm just going to follow the path because that seems like the best bet for trying to find this, this place. So, yeah, something though that you are probably gonna have to put up with quite a lot throughout the series, which may be a little bit annoying, is okay, I'll come to that in a minute. Is the fact that you're probably gonna be able to hear my mouse clicking a lot because I use the Blue Yeti microphone, which will pick it up like crazy. It can hear someone freaking cough outside. So I have to edit it quite a lot to get all the last stuff out. So you can have, and my mouse is quite loud just as a mouse. I use the Razer Imperator mouse, the 2012 edition, because they didn't make one in 2013. But yeah, so it's just generally a loud mouse anyway. The thing about this is it's kind of an old game, so you don't use the arrow keys to move around, which is awesome. So well, actually no, that's kind of bad because you use the click to move around, which is why you'll hear the click a little bit more. But I was going to say it's awesome because you won't be able to hear my keyboard, but I play on a laptop currently, so it's not like I have a mechanical keyboard or anything. Although when I get my new computer, eventually I'll be getting a mechanical keyboard. So yeah, we found the Den of Evil. This is pretty simple, it's kind of a tutorial quest. So kill all the monsters in the den. This is kind of how we learn the combat. We've just got to clear this den out. Something to note with this game, if you buy this game, which I highly recommend, it's currently on, if you look up Battle.net Classics, you can buy this game for £10, and the expansion is £10 also, so £20 total. It's definitely worth it. Get it through Battle.net because I actually have it on disc from when I used to play it with my dad and stuff, and as a kid, because me and my dad used to bash this game. Unfortunately, he beat it about a week before I did, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, so but our disc version, it just straight up won't install. So if you're gonna get this game, don't buy it by disc, buy it just through the Battle.net because there's a higher chance it will work. However, there is a chance that it won't work. It'll load up, you will click your character, and then the screen will just go black. So just search YouTube for that. There's a fix to that. It's pretty easy. It takes like 5 minutes. But yeah. So as you can see, we've leveled up, which means that we get to choose our stats. So we have our strength here, which is attack damage, and our magic damage. Dexterity was attack rating, which is the chance to hit, because obviously we can actually miss the enemies. So yeah. Also so as you can see, it says the average chance to hit a zombie. So there's a 5% chance we'll miss, and the average chance the zombie will hit you is 33. So that's what dexterity does. Vitality is your stamina and your life. Yeah, that's vitality, and energy is your mana. So obviously as a mage, energy is going to be important, and but also so is strength because our damage is quite low. And yeah, stamina is not really that important, but health kind of is. Honestly, I think dexterity is the least important, but strength is important to build up from the start because we need damage. So I'm going to put 4 points into that, and I'm going to put 1 into mana just to get ourselves going. So now our damage is a little higher. And this is where we come into the skill trees, and honestly I think the sorceress has the best skill tree because she has all these awesome abilities. So we have the 3 tabs, each character has 3 tabs. We have cold spells, lightning spells, and fire spells for this particular character. So yeah, so as you can see, we can start off with the ability to gain any of these, and then as levels go on, this has required level 6, this has required level 6, but to get this one we'd have to have that so we can move on. So we can't just get to like level 30 and then just click that. We would have to build our way through the tree. But yeah, so basically my favourite move, my favourite skill in the entire game for any character is a skill called Chain Lightning, which as you can see, it creates a bolt of lightning that arcs through several targets. So you basically shoot one target and it just goes zoo 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 and shoots all over the screen and kills like a million guys, and that is OP as heck. So basically we want that level 18. But yeah, so we can go through. I'm not going to show all these now because we'll be here for a while, but you can see the kind of stuff that goes on. Ice Blast, Shiver Armor, like armor and stuff. Enchant, Meteor, Hydra. Yeah, so you see the kind of stuff that goes on, but for now, I'm going to buy this skill called Charged Bolt, which means that we can start working our way through the tree. And Charged Bolt's pretty cool, but I will show you that in a second. First, I want to show you the Firebolt. But yeah, so our current quest is just to kind of go through this cave and kill everything. I don't know where all the enemies are, but something to know. I don't know if I finished talking. I think I got distracted. But if you get this game yourself and play through, your Den of Evil won't be the same as mine. But there's a lot of enemies. That's also something to just be ready for this series. There gets to a point where there will be a lot of enemies on the screen at once. So there's a lot to look at. That's not safe over here, so I'm going to try and see if I can go round. What have we got here? Stamina Strime. That's useless because I'm not sprinting right now, but let's try and take this guy out. If I can even reach him. We got him, okay. Gargantuan Beast. Not now. Let's kill the shaman. I should explain before. Yeah, I'll finish talking about what I was talking about before I get distracted again. There's shamans everywhere. Your Den of Evil will be different to mine because the caves are randomly generated. They're the same within a save, so once I've done this Den of Evil, every time I come back to it, it'll be the same. But yours will be different to mine, so that's pretty awesome. Also, something else to note, if I clear out this Den of Evil and then save and then come back and play in another session, the Den of Evil, maybe not a Den of Evil because I think that's scripted to be like this, because at the end it goes all light and stuff, but if I completed another cave and then came back to it another day, the cave will, all the enemies will respawn, so there's definitely replayability with the game, which is awesome, and obviously you can replay with all the characters and stuff, which is also pretty cool. So there's a lot of replayability to this game, which is an awesome thing. But yeah, so anyway, these fallen shamans, what they do is they shoot at you from afar with their little staff things, but if you kill a fallen and there's a fallen shaman around, which are obviously, if you find fallen shamans, they'll be like they'll be with like a leader of a group of fallens. But there is if you kill a fallen, they can bring it back to life. So if there's a group of fallens, there's a fallen shaman, you have to kill the fallen shaman first, because I'll just bring the fallens back to life. So yeah, we are about to die, and that's not good. So he's playing as a barbarian, just having like loads of health and doing loads of damage from smacking things, which is something I need to get used to, because obviously mage's strengths lie in magic, like I just did then. But yeah, so something to talk about whilst I'm here. As you can see, that guy's blue. He has spectral hit and he's called Corpse Fire. So what that means is he is a champion enemy, and that means he has a lot more health. Oh, I'm not doing good here. We have to teleport back to the town. Yeah, he has a lot of health. I swear I'm just not even firing. Yeah, he has a lot of health and he does a lot of damage. And they often have special attacks, so like maybe they'll have like ice attacks or something where they can slow you down or something like that. So he has spectral hit, and I'm not 100% sure what that is. Most of them you'll find randomly in the wild, and they will be, if you find one, they'll be surrounded by kind of enemies of a similar type. So this guy's a zombie, and as you can see, he's surrounded by zombies. So that's kind of how that works. But most of them are random, but there are a few that are kind of scripted, like they'll always be there. Corpse Fire. Corpse Fire is one that is always there. He will always be in the Den of Evil. There'll always be a Corpse Fire, which will always be like a magic zombie, so that's something to look into, but a lot of them are random. But yeah, Chipped Sapphire, something I want to talk about now. In the game you can get items that are called socketed items, and as you can see, this Chipped Fire says can be inserted into socketed items. So it says, just look at weapons, it says adds 1 to 3 cold damage. So if there was a socketed weapon, you'd insert that sapphire into it and that'd gain whatever the sapphire says, so 1 to 3 cold damage. But yeah, so I'm going to put dexterity up because I freaking never hit things. Even though I said dexterity wasn't important. Yeah, I just don't really. As you can see, I was missing the zombies a lot earlier on. But for now, I'm going to put my upgrade into Firebolt. Let me just look at what this is. Increases the rate at which you cover mana. So next time, I'm going to go with that one because mana recoverment is useful. But yes, but for now, I'm going to do this to show off the electric bolt one. But this is something you can do. I prefer to keep my normal attack here just because it makes more sense to me. But you can dual wield spells and just kind of have left click be the fireball and right click be the electric one. But I prefer to have my normal attack and then my electric one, because if you have 2 spells, it burns up mana really quickly. So yeah. Okay. Basically, that's my electric bolt. The biggest issue with that is the fact that the fire one shoots straight. This one kind of flies all over the place, so you may miss the enemies. But yeah, so I'm gonna kind of stop coming out. I've kind of been in like explanation mode for this kind of start of the episode. I'm gonna stop doing that because I feel as though you guys understand the general gist of it. You guys probably played top-down games like this before. But yeah, so I'm going to stop being all explainy for now. I only have one tome of identity. I don't need a shield, but I kind of want to sell. But yeah, so I'm going to stop doing that and I'm going to start... that's good armor. Can I wear it? I can wear it. Okay. So I'm going to use that... I'm going to use that armor and sell this armor. Yeah, so I'm going to stop being all explaining and stuff and start just playing the game like normal. So, yeah.